the late 1960s to early 1970s, a series of killings in Northern California baffled the entire nation, and to this day, the killer is unknown. This is the unsolved mystery of the Zodiac Killer. And so the story begins. 5 nights before Christmas, seniors Betty and David were surprised by an unexpected visit. The seniors were found by police, dead, later that night. Parked in what is known as Lover's Lane, along Lakeman Road in Benicia. The 2 seniors, on their first official date, were first spotted dead by a passing driver, and when police arrived, Betty Lou Jensen had 5 bullets in her back. And David Faraday had a bullet in his head, but the killer, nowhere in sight. The killer then strikes again, this time with Darlene Farin, a wife, a mother, and a popular waitress in the Villaggio area. Darlene was meeting up with a friend at the park. On her way to the park, she did spot a suspicious man in a tree with a gun in her peripherals, but nothing really too out of the ordinary, so she continued her walk. While talking to her friend Michael, Darlene and Michael were shot, and luckily Michael had only fallen unconscious and survived to tell the story. However, this time the police were notified because the killer called the police on himself.
Police, there's been a murder.
The Zodiac Killer then wrote 3 identical letters and attached 3 codes that he demanded be posted in the paper or he would kill again. The codes were cracked on August the 8th, 1969, and it states, "I like killing because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all to kill. Something gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is that when I die I will be reborn in paradise, and those I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name, because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for afterlife." The killer then sent the 3 letters to a local police station, a local newspaper company, and a local news station.
I am a police officer.
The letter was signed with a unique symbol that would later become the symbol for the Zodiac Killer. Robert Domingo and Linda Edwards' senior ditch day trip to the beach took a terrible turn. The Zodiac Killer threatened the 2 out the car by firing shots into the windshield. And when they made an attempt to escape, they were shot down. After Linda and Edwards' failed attempt to escape, the killer shot Edward another 11 times, and Linda another 9. He then transported the dead bodies from the crime scene to a convenient nearby shed, with a convenient nearby wagon. This is where Edward's father eventually found the remains of their bodies in a crumbling shack, after they never returned home that night. The Zodiac Killer then closed their bodies in the shed, and attempted to light the shed on fire. The fire, however, went out after he left, and the shed never fully burned down. In the final killing performed by the Zodiac Killer, in this video at least, the killer, after claiming to be an escaped convict in need of a car, stabbed Brian and Cecilia at Lake Teresa. This time the killer called the police using a payphone and reported the double murder, while also claiming that he was the killer.
Police, there's been a murder.
From when the killings began to present day, many people were accused of being the Zodiac Killer. Dennis Kaufman in 2007, claimed his stepfather Jack Tarrance was the Zodiac Killer. Retired police Steve Hodel argued in his book, The Black Dahlia Avenger, that his father George Hodel was the killer. These men, along with several others, gave many suspicions to believe they were the killers, but none had enough evidence to confirm the accusations, but for the most commonly believed Zodiac suspect. The psychopath claiming to have killed 37, and with no motive. Arthur Lee Allen. Arthur Lee Allen did fit some aspects of the victim's describing of the shooter, like his height being 5 foot 6 inches, stocky, 200 pounds or more, and middle-aged. His family also said that on the day of the Lake Beresa killing, he had left to go scuba diving but returned covered in blood. One of Alan's friends also told police that Alan wanted to be called the Zodiac before the killer released he was the Zodiac. But in a DNA test, the DNA on the letters did not match Alan's, and in a writing analysis Alan's handwriting did not match the letters sent to the police, and so the mystery remains, to this day, unsolved. Whether there was more than one killer, or one guy really did kill 37, we have no way of knowing, and the killer can still be wandering around, ready to strike.